Today I am a bit annoyed because I'm supposed to be going down to London for a couple of days, and we've been talking about going to Legoland for a long time. My dad wanted to go last week with my sister, and I told him to go because I was going to get a yearly pass, and I thought we could go twice, but he ended up not going, and he but because my sister, no, actually he couldn't go with my sister last week. He was going to go by him and my mum, and I said you should go and get the pass. And it's supposed to be £100, but it's actually on a discount this week, so I got it for 80, which is good because I have a strong I'm having a strong hope that something's going to happen soon, and I'm not going to make the most of the year pass. So there's no point of having a year pass if I'm only going to be here for another month. But because I'm hoping to go to America soon, but I don't know. There's a big thing about having the captives free after 40 years, and I'm really hoping that the 40 years are going to, I'm 38 in April, and I'm hoping that maybe I'm going to still be counted as one of those 40 years, but there's a lot of things that need to happen. It's not just going to be like I'm coming out of whatever I'm going through. There needs to be something that sets up the world and tests people to find out what they think of me, but yeah, it's not just going to come out. It's going to take about 2 years for it to properly come out. And if the year of release is supposed to be in the 40th year, then I feel like the year that maybe we expose the angels might not actually be next year. It might be the year after. But technically, if I'm 38 in April, and 39 next April, then next summer might actually be the year of release, as in the year we expose angels, because although I will be 39 then, I will be 40 in April, and because it takes a whole year to expose all the names, or maybe even 14 months, I don't know. I was going to think 14 months was good, but then I don't know, because I don't know how it's going to be exposed. I was thinking there's going to be some sort of fake sacrifice with the celebrities, but I think after it being as long as it's been, I don't really want to meet most of them, and I don't really want to have any connection with them, and I feel like they wouldn't want to have any connection with me, because they're clearly going to know, if they know anything about me and what I've gone through, they're obviously going to feel guilt over what they've kind of done. They were just making lots and lots of songs, having no recollection as to the shitty life that I was leaving every single day. And now I'm supposed to promote them? I'm supposed to promote them after I've been forced to lie in a bed for 12 years and just watch everyone do things that I wanted to do, and most of these, they just insulted me. There's some good songs. I don't want to insult everyone, but I've had a really, really awful life. And I think if you would have helped me a couple of years ago, okay, I've had a really awful life, but I'm fucking Christ, okay? I know that Christ is supposed to suffer for people because that's what people want, and they're all fucking sick and stuff. So, but yeah, this is too long. I've not had a life. You've stolen my life, and you've given me a horrible, shitty life. And if you think God hates you, well, this is why. The life that I've lived is the reason why I hate people. And I don't think I'm going to recover from this, because it's, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm hoping something will happen soon, and I'm not very happy at all. I'm not happy. No, I'm not happy. If people are having mental conditions, and I feel like I'm being forced to have mental conditions because of I'm lying in bed believing that thousands of people are doing things about me behind my back every single day. Most of these people live in nice big mansions, live in a nice hot country, get to go on holiday, get to do lots and lots of nice things, get to have get work and communicate with people and have friends and have a life and have kids, and then they get to do all of that. And what do? I lie on a bed whilst people think that I'm mad. And I've been forced to do this for 14 years. Why would I not be mad if that's what I've done? That's how it is, and it's just, I'd love to be on the Buffy show if they're going to do a reboot. Oh yeah, I would love to be. I just couldn't do it now. I feel like I'm just so angry. I'm so angry with the world. So angry with everyone. I'm so angry that this is my life. I'm so angry that Christians are still only putting Jesus on a pedestal, even though there's absolutely no proof whatsoever that the Bible is the truth. I'm angry with everything, and I'm not mentally well because of it. and I can't just be friends with anyone. You know, I don't think I'm going to trust anyone after this. But I'm trying to keep it together for the sake of my own sanity. But yeah, it's annoying to think that I bought this ticket and I was going to go down to Legoland with my kids, or just with Sophie's kids, and it turns out that she's not coming because her partner has an appointment that day, and she didn't say anything and didn't tell anyone. And my mum was just like, oh yeah, we're going to Legoland, it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to Legoland with my dad and my mum. Two people that we're going to walk straight into the park. They're going to go both off into separate directions. Dad's going to go straight to the coffee shop. My mum, I don't know, she'll probably start talking to me about the same things over and over again, and I'll end up walking off within, as soon as I get there. And she'll probably piss me off in the car, and I'll storm out the car feeling incredibly angry, like I just want to hit her. So I'll walk off, and then I'll just go through the park and spend the whole day alone. So that is not how I wanted the day to go. I wanted to go with the fucking children. But I don't even know if I want to be with the children. Like, social services have destroyed my ability to give a shit about these children. I look at this child, and I'm just going to think of social services and how much I want to beat them up. My life was so fucking awful. And my life could have been a little bit better if I would have had a child to look after, because then I would have at least felt like I was part of this world. And social services come along about, no, you're not allowed to have anything to do with this world. No, you're not allowed to have anything to do with this kid. We want to make money out of him. We want to make hundreds of £1,000s out of him every single year, because the government will believe us if we say that you're useless. I hate this world. I hate the people in this world. I hate everything about this world. This world is a fucking dumb shit, full of dumb shit people who are horrible and disgusting and gross, and I want to murder them all. I hate this world. I hate everyone here. And I'm not happy. And it hurts me to think that there's just nothing nice in this world. Like, nothing nice. What is nice about this world? I've spent the last 14 years lying in a bed, not being able to afford to do anything, because the only money that I make is when guys come over and want to wank in front of me. That is the fucking only thing this world has let me do. I'm supposed to be the god of this world. I'm supposed to be inspiring stuff. And what does this world make me do? Oh, you just want to play as your fucking dick, do you? That is what this world is. This world is a fucking bunch of monkeys. And I know you are fucking monkeys, because you all were monkeys in your past life. You were all Neanderthals. I went to a church the other day, and I was lovely. I loved the meal. I was so like, wow, this is nice. And it was a little bit killed because one of the guys, there was three other guys on the table, and then later two girls just before the meal came. But I don't know. I told him that I'm not really a Christian. And he asked me, how do I mean by that? And I said, oh, because I don't believe in Adam and Eve. And then he was like, so what? You think we came from monkeys? Yeah, I think you fucking came from monkeys. And I feel you're still like you're fucking still acting like monkeys. I think everything really winds me up, I managed to see a few more videos of the, call him Xander Harris, but no, it's not Xander Harris, it's Nicholas Brendan, and I don't know. He's definitely going through mental problems, definitely, and it's definitely getting worse and worse. And I would love to just snap him out of this and stop. I know that I'm going through mental problems, but I know I can snap out of it. Is this going to affect me for the rest of my life? Yes, it's going to affect me for the rest of my life. And it's sad to see him like that, because I understand what's happening. The world beats you down mentally and you start feeling depressed, but I don't feel like he has any reason to be depressed. He had a life, he had things, he had a life, and I never had a life. My whole life is just watching TV and just watching everyone else have a life. That is my only life. And he's saying that a teacher molesting him at school is part of the reason why he is deeply affected him, and he's suffering post-trauma from that. He's not. You've got something in your head that's making you think that that's really important. It's not really important. What happened 40 years ago with a teacher molesting you? You do realize in your past life, you probably had a few lives as a human, and probably other things happened that were probably far worse. You might have been a child marrying an adult, and because that was just like what happened to so many people, and it wasn't even wrong, because if the adult looks after the child and treats the child well, I mean, I'm not talking about real child here, I'm talking about a 15, 16-year-old. I think under that is definitely wrong, because you're shaping them into being something that they don't want to be, or something that they're not going to be when they get a bit older, and the relationship's going to fall apart. When they're 16, 17, you can see what they're going to be like as an adult, but as a 10-year-old, you definitely have no clue what they're going to be like as an adult. Hence, you shouldn't be going there. But I it's always questionable. But before you were human, you were an animal. So yeah, that means you've been fucked by a monkey, you've been fucked by a cheetah, you've been fucked by a tortoise probably. Okay, you would have been the animals in their past life. But if the idea of a teacher fingering you is going to give you trauma, or how would you react to the fact that reincarnation is the truth, and that you've probably been about 100 different animals in your past life, hence you've probably fucked about 100 different species of animals. Okay, you were the same species back then, but zoos right now, that's not just animal sex. That's actually getting souls, trafficking animals across the country, locking them in a cage for their whole life, and then forcing them to breed. Isn't that exactly sex trafficking? And yet all these souls that live in monkeys or in animals that are in zoos, all of them go on to be human. And so if you're suffering from the horrible things that happened when a teacher molested you, okay, it's not good and it shouldn't happen. But if you were an animal in a zoo, far worse would have happened, and it would have been happening to you by other monkeys or other species of whatever that is. And isn't that a traumatic event? Isn't that traumatic? If you say to someone, yeah, I fucked a tortoise and a cheetah, and I think I was probably an elephant in my past life as well. So yeah, I've had some elephant sex and elephant babies. And okay, it's always the females that get raped and the males that rape, because that's just how life is. And this is why humans are so perverted, because their soul is all stemmed from animals, and rape is just what animals do, because it's just part of nature. And when you become human, you have to get rid of these tendencies, and you have to stop, and you have to change, and you have to see the bigger picture. And I'm just stuck in the same. I want a life, and I don't know how long it's going to be, and it's very depressing because nothing happened, and I thought something was going to happen March 10th, 11th or something, March 7th or 11th, and it's interesting how the first episode of Buffy was on March 10th as well, so that's a similar timeline, but nothing happened, and therefore if nothing happens this year, maybe I have another year, and then the idea of just sitting in a bed just watching the world pass while I do nothing for a whole nother year. I can't do it. And people are doing this to me. I don't know who knows. It's either people that are doing this to me, or the fucking spirit is literally blinding everyone. To think this on, I just had no clue. It blocked me, and just I saw on a video that he was saying that there was loads of people making sites, Facebook pages where they were pretending to be him, and he thinks that they were only doing it to scam people or whatever. I don't know what kind of scam you would form by pretending to be a person who's now mentally ill. I don't know what. I think if someone's creating accounts pretending to be Nicholas Brendan, I think it's more that they are mentally ill and they just want a bit of attention. I don't think it's necessary to scam people, unless of course they're saying that I need mental health care and I need money for that, and maybe it is to scam people. I don't know. But if he's been dealing with these kind of people all the time, you know, people would see me as being mentally ill because there's so many fucking mentally ill people in this world. And yet for some reason everyone seems to support human rights. Why the fuck do you support human rights when humans are so fucking awful? If I had a nice life, I wouldn't be saying all these things, but I'm not having a nice life. Why? Why is no one helping me have a fucking nice life? No one's giving me any money, no one's giving me any job, no one's giving me any confirmation that they're watching my videos. I've got some sort of demon spirit that seems to be linking my life, my daily life, with things that I'm doing, and it doesn't seem to give a shit about the fact that I'm not having a good life. I'm trying not to be mentally ill, but it's so fucking hard because it feels like this world wants me to be mentally ill. You don't want me to have a kid and be happy. You don't want me to live life and look at my sister's kids and be like, oh wow, I have so much good memories. No, I have horrible memories of social services just wanting to make money out of the situation whilst abusing me and saying that I'm not capable of doing it, but they are. They are. Of course they want to charge money for it, and of course in 2 years time they're going to be off the case, and as soon as they're not being paid they're just going to run off and that's it. They'll check up every now and then, but that's about all it. They don't care about what the child will be like when the child is grown up. I will always remember this. They've damaged my ability to give a shit about this child. Now this is going to damage the child for the whole of its life, and they don't care because they just wanted to make money out of it. And it's annoying to think that my sister didn't even think that I wanted to see them. I thought you came to see the... I said I thought we were going to Legoland. I thought we were going to see the children in Legoland. It's like, oh no, I thought you came to see the flat. Yeah, of course. I don't give a shit about your kids. I just want to see your flat. That's her thinking because she doesn't give a she doesn't give a shit. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's very, very cold and very human. She's very human. And I hate humans, and humans are horrible. Humans are horrible. Oh yeah, I have no problem with going to Legoland by myself. I mean, it's not for kids. Going to Legoland isn't about seeing the kids play with Lego. No, it's about what? Going with a father who I hate that will just walk off, and a woman, a mother who's supposed to be a mother, and yet she's just a chatty shithead, really. A chatty, annoying shithead that just makes me want to commit suicide every time I'm around her. Yeah, great. Why am I here? I don't know why I'm in this fucking planet with these fucking people in this fucking world. Everyone's fucking mentally insane, and they would think that I'm the mentally insane one for having such an awful life, whilst they have so much amazing lives. There's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember what I was saying. It was going to be about Angel. I think you could tell quite a lot about the Buffy show, because I feel like I haven't, my higher self inserted the kind of person that she wanted to be in that show, and therefore I think you can get a lot of psychology from it. I didn't want the Angel show to end, but when Cordelia left, I felt like I didn't care any longer, because I felt like Angel was good because he had a purpose, friends. He was fighting for his friends. He wasn't just fighting for people. And when he lost Cordelia, I didn't really understand that. But Fred was a friend, but I don't know what happened at the end of the series. Fred also got lost to that incredibly powerful demon, but that wasn't her. Fred was dead. So not only had he killed Fred, or this other girl who he'd saved in the cave, he also lost Cordelia, and there was no reason to fight after that. So when Angel ended, I could see why it ended, because you just killed off the main two characters. I know he was supposed to be the main character, and he was, but he had a reason through that, and I think you can tell there's a lot of psychology with the Buffy show, and I've forgotten what I was going to say, so I'll stop.